Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tip Tuesday with Tradeway. My name's Dave Huber, and I'm here to bring you the tips that will help you take your trading to the next level. Hope you're able to join me this morning. I'm starting to see Facebook, YouTube. Anybody out there? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. We got some people hopping on. Very good. All right, go ahead and let me know where you're from, where you're saying hi to me from, because that's actually going to play a little bit of a role in today's tip. All right. So go ahead and throw it in the comment section below. And I've got some cool stuff for you. Not only do I have a tip for you, I want to take it beyond a tip. All right. I want to tell you a tip, what to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. And then I'm going to give you a tool to do it. Now, I'm not really completely sure how I'm going to share the tool yet. I'll probably have a link thrown into the comment section. It'll come after this broadcast. You'll see it. Just keep checking back because I'm going to give you a free tool to help you with this, but I'm not really sure how to share it yet. So I got to get Steph and my staff to come tell me how to share this thing, but I'll make sure it's added to this broadcast as a link a little bit later. So make sure that you're on. So good to have you on here. Kate Waxahachie. Yeah, good to have everybody on here. Benjamin from Arlington, Texas. Charlie from McKinney. Karen from San Antonio. So good to have all of you on here. If you haven't put your name in the chat box yet, or where you're from in the chat box, go ahead and do it. I know we've got more than just these people on here, and I want to be able to interact with you guys as much as possible. Now, let's kind of get into the tip for the day. Okay, so imagine, if you will, that I took you up in an airplane and I flew you around the world, maybe out into outer space or something. And I flew you around the world and I brought you back and I landed you somewhere on the planet, but you don't know where. All right? Put it in the chat box. Which direction would you travel to go home? Put it in the chat box if you know, or in the comment section. How would you get home if you don't know where you are? Now I start getting people telling me where home is. I like that. Okay. So if you don't know where you are, it stands to reason you probably can't know how to get where you want to go, right? Like if I'm at home, or if I want to go home, but GPS, there you go. I knew I'd get somebody who said, well, I'm going to whip out my GPS. You don't get a GPS. I took your GPS. You goofball, Benjamin. All right. So stop someone and ask. That's a great idea. Get some help, right? But imagine, if you will, trying to trade and you don't know where your trading journey is as of yet, right? Like, you have no way to gauge where you are in the trading journey. You might know I'm brand new, but where on the trading map do I fall? Skill set wise, knowledge wise. Like, I found out that I understand more than I thought I knew, but I just don't know where in the trading journey I am. I want to give you a tip to help you with that. How to identify where you are on your trading journey. And let me tell you what that tip is. Journal. You would like to become a journalist. Trust me. Oh, Dave, I don't really like writing. Well, you don't have to write. You can type it, all right? But the reason why you want to journal your trading journey, in other words, take notes of what you're learning, take notes of your trades themselves, and how you're feeling during those trades. The reason why you want to do all this is that it's going to give you an idea of where you are right now in your trading journey. You might not understand where you are, but asking yourself these questions will help you gauge how you're feeling, where you need to seek more help. Like, trading journals will help you become more self-aware as a trader. And that's very important, because to be a good trader, you've got to get control of your emotions. Well, if you're not even completely sure of what you're feeling when you're trading, you're going to have a hard time. So let me show you. I threw together a tool this morning for you, and I'll see if there's some way I can share it for you guys, just because I want y'all to have something that would help. But I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to put it on the screen here for everybody to see. All right. So I basically used a spreadsheet. Now, you may not feel like a spreadsheet nerd, and that's okay. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself one, although I can sometimes get into them. What's great about the spreadsheet is that you can have a lot of different places to put things, right? And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run through what I have here just to show you an idea of how you might journal your trades. Let's say you've taken some classes, you think you're ready to start trading, but you really want to begin creating some progress, right? Well, the beauty of trading journals is it does a few things. First, it will help you get organized. You want to be an organized trader because you want to, first off, remember what trades you're in, remember what trades you've done in the past, remember what you were thinking in those trades. All right. And what this does is it allows you, because you can look at the past, at all your past trades, it allows you to also not just get organized, but track your progress. And tracking progress is extremely important. But you're not going to have progress if you can't figure out where you need help, if you can't figure out where you're messing up, right? So that's another great thing about a trading journal. It will help you know where you're messing up. It'll help you identify bad habits, right? And so ultimately, what is the goal? The goal for any trader is to become a consistent trader, right? You go, well, I want to be profitable. Yeah. Well, Dave, I'm consistently unprofitable. So am I good? Okay, maybe you want to become a consistently profitable trader. That's the goal, right? But you've got to get to a point where you can identify what you're doing on a consistent basis that's good and what you're doing on a consistent basis that's bad. When you can figure those things out, you can begin to weed out the bad and start focusing on the good. All right. So here's my trading journal. And let's just say I'm looking at a stock. I'll just do an imaginary stock here. Let me type it in here. We'll just call it, oh, it looks like my mouse stopped working. See if I can get it back up. All right. I'm just going back to the laptop mouse. All right. So let's just go over here, ticker. All right. Now you'll notice it says ticker right here. I'm just going to put ABCD. All right. ABCD. Now, when I'm looking at a stock, there's always two prices. Some of you may not know this if you're brand new to trading, but there's a bid price and there's an ask price. All right. Learn more from us. We'll teach you all about why there are two prices. But whenever I'm looking to trade a stock, I want to know what the bid price is and the ask price. Okay. So let's just say the stock I'm looking at is $10.32 and the ask price is $10.35. Okay. So I'm looking at this. Now I'm going to figure out how many shares I want, and I'll put the number of shares I want in there. Let's say I'm going to get 10 shares and I'm buying them. Here's my buy price at the price of $10.34. Let's say I got a good deal, got just inside the spread of the bid and ask there. Okay. So now I've got the number of shares I've purchased of the particular stock I'm buying. I'm going ahead and just because I'm a little bit OCD, I'm going to go ahead and go ABCD all in caps. That's better. Okay. So now I'm going to go to what is the day that I bought this. All right. And here's why that's important, because when I want to go back and look at this trade, I want to know the day that I bought it so that I can look at the chart and retroactively go back and look at that day and say, what was I seeing that day? What did I think I saw? All right. Because you want to be able to look at the chart back then and say, okay, this is why I was thinking I wanted to buy that stock. All right. So I always like to put in the date that I purchased. Let's say I purchased a stock. Well, let's just say we're doing the trade today. It would be today's date, which is, I believe, the 30th. Yes, March 30th. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's say March 30th, 3/30, 2021. Okay. All right. So there's the date that I purchased. Now, what I have at risk is going to be how many shares I purchase times my buy price. All right. So now that means I am risking $103.40. And I'll tell you what, when I share this with you, I'll try to make that column automatically figure that out for you, which will be pretty cool. All right, so I'll make it where that column will automatically figure out your at-risk amount. Okay, so now I know how much I've bought, what stock I bought, what day I bought it, and how much of the stock I purchased. So how much money do I have at risk? Okay, so now let's say a few days go by and I sell the stock. Well, if that's all that happens, then I'm really just trading. I'm not really taking note of how I'm feeling or what I'm seeing. So I've added a couple of columns over here before we sell a stock. Let's say I'm getting ready to buy this stock. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put all my buy points and everything in, but then I'm going to come over here to the right and I'm going to put what my confidence level is in this stock. All right. So I've actually made this. Well, it's funny. I thought I had it where it would just be a clickable thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, this is clickable. Oh, you know what I did? Put that on the wrong line. I bet I already have that where it'll figure things out for me. All right, so we'll just go here. We'll put this in here like that. Yes, Dave, I figured it out. Okay. Go with this, copy, paste, put my 10 shares. Okay. All right, here we go. So then on my confidence level, I want to say, how am I feeling? How am I feeling about this stock? I really feel like I've got a good handle on it. Well, I've made this little drop down here. And when I click the drop down, I don't know that it's showing. I don't think it's actually showing you on the screen, but that's okay. Here's what it says. I have 4 choices. And I would encourage you, if you're building your own trading journal, use an even number of choices for how you're feeling, all right? I did 4. You can do 6, but the reason why you want to use an even number of choices is that it makes it where you don't have a neutral choice. You want to either have a choice that tells you, I feel more confident or less confident. You don't want one where it's like, can't tell. That's not a good choice. It won't tell you anything. So here are my choices. I hope this profits. That's my least confident. All right. You could put not very confident. Then I have, I think this will profit. All right. That means, all right, I'm not super confident, but at least I'm kind of thinking it might profit. You see, doesn't sound very confident, does it? So those are my 2 not very confidence. Then I have my 2 very confidence. I know this will profit and no doubt that this will profit. Now, I'm kind of a positive person, so you'll notice I put all of those in the positive sense, right? So they're all very optimistic. Okay, so I hope this profits. That's not very confident at all. That's not confident. I think this will profit. Not confident enough. I know this will profit. That's pretty good. And no doubt this will profit. All right. That's like, I'm super confident in this trade. And the reason why we do this, and it's not going to change whether the trade works or not. But the reason why I do this is it gives me an idea of, was I like just praying this would work or thinking it might work? Or do I say, no, I'm very confident this will work. And the higher confidence level I have in my trades, over time, I might see that I'm a very confident trader. I trade better when I'm more confident, right? Like that's something that I found. Like when I am trading, if I am more confident in my trade, the trade tends to go better for me. So I might figure that out over time. Some people might figure it out, well, I'm super confident and all those go against me. Well, maybe it's an overconfidence problem. But see, just having that data available to you can really help, right? So because what you can do is you can track that over time. Now, so once I have that, once I've chosen I'm going to say, I know this will profit here. Okay, so now you'll probably see that pop up on the screen. Next to that, I have a place for notes. And here's where I would encourage you, write down all the reasons why you got into the trade. Let's say I saw a rolling stock. It's at a perfect buy point. The S&P is moving up, right? The company has great earnings. I really like the pattern. And just as many things that you can think of, the reasons why you want to buy this stock. What that does is that gives you a whole list of the things that were going through your head during this trade. And here's why that's important. As soon as you sell this stock, most of that's going to fly out of your mind. Most of that you're going to completely forget because you're going to start looking for the next trade. And what you really want to do is you really want to be able to look back over maybe the last 3 months of trading and say, all right, I wasn't very profitable. What was going on? And if you can go back and see what you were thinking in relation to the market, you will get a better and more self-aware picture of who you are as a trader and where you are in your trading journey so that you can begin to get to a place that you want to go. So guys, you really want to journal. This is big stuff. All right. So next, let's say I've done all that. All right. I've done my confidence level. I've put in my notes. I know how many shares I'm buying at what price points. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to say, all right, here's my sell price. Let's say it's time to sell. And let's say I sold for, $10.75. Wasn't a big win, but it was something. All right. So I go like that. You'll notice that my profit and loss column changed and my ROI column changed here. And then I'm going to put the sell date, and it's important to know what day you sold too. So let's say this is out in the future. So this is going to be in April 1st, April Fools, right? April 1st. All right. And I didn't make a whole lot, but I know now that I made a profit in this trade and my confidence level was pretty high. And now I have all my notes as to what I was seeing when I did the trade. Now that's great for when it goes for you, but it's even better for when it goes against you. What you'll find is the trades that go against you can actually become, in a sense, profitable trades. What do you mean, Dave? Well, you can lose some money, but you can profit off the lessons you'll learn from those trades that go against you. So anyway, that's the tip for the day. Hope that's very helpful for you. Before you go, I want to give you access to this. I'm going to try and get it uploaded and put in a link. So be looking for that. But if you want to take your trading even further, right? If you want to go and say, all right, I want to become consistent in my discipline. Let's say I want to go and take this to the next level and be a more disciplined trader in what I'm doing. Journaling will help you with your mindset. But doing, maybe you need a little bit of action, right? You need somebody giving you some action points, right? And that is what the trading boot camp is all about. It's right around the corner. And if you haven't been to it yet, you want to be a part of it. Okay. So I'm going to throw it over here in the comments section, just how you can go and get that. You want to be a part of our spring trading boot camp. Check it out. It's already, I think I just pushed it like twice. So I might have put it up there twice, but you've got it. There's a link to the trading boot camp. Here's what we'll do in that trading boot camp. We will walk you through day by day, and it's like an all-day affair for 4 straight days, getting your account set up, getting your trading account set up, your charting software set up, using the trading account and charting software, looking at trades, figuring out buy points and sell points. It's everything you need to know in order to get kicked into trading. All right. Like if you think of boot camp, what is that? It's kind of something that's a little bit more difficult, right? Well, you go, I don't know if I want to do something hard. Yeah, you do. You want to do something that will challenge you. And that's what this will do. It's not going to be over your head. It'll be simple instruction, but you're going to have some action points. And if there's this awesome concept that I learned from one of my trading mentors, Mr. Dr. Myron Golden, he said, hard on the front side, easy on the back side. So what does that mean? The more effort you put in up front, the easier things are going to become on the back side. But if you don't put in much effort up front, it's going to be harder on the back side. All right. So hard on the back side, hard on the front side, easy on the back side, easy on the front side, hard on the backside. Guys, let's go ahead and do something a little bit challenging. Let's get in the boot camp. Let's learn to trade some stocks. Let's put action points to what we've learned, begin journaling our trades as we trade, and then we can begin to enjoy the fruits of our labor. I hope this has been helpful for all of you. Thank you for joining me for Tip Tuesday. My name is Dave Huber. I'll see you in the boot camp. I'll upload this trading journal thing for you guys so that you can have a free tool, no strings attached, just something fun to use and play around with. And then I'll see you in the market. Y'all take care.